Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Dean. Bear with me, I've got the hiccups. I do apologise. I've been trying to get rid of them for a while now, but today they've been on and off for all day. See what I mean? But they've been on and off all day. But I'm going to be talking to you about some of my favourite cycling YouTubers. So, yeah, bear with me with the hiccups. If it's annoying, forgive me, please. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I'm going to go on about these other YouTube channels that I like that are cycling based. One of them's Damon Peacock. I'm going to do these in no particular order. So yeah, there's no particular order, but it's all cycling related. So yeah, as I mentioned, Damon Peacock, he hasn't uploaded for a while. I don't know if he's passed away or if he just gave up on YouTube or what, I don't know. But he does a lot of really good Audax videos. Talks about them, and he does really good narratives to his videos, and he's a very articulate man. So yeah, I would recommend. I recommend looking at his channel and checking him out because he's quite good. And yeah, so what I'll do is I'll put the links in the description. Also, another Audax based one is called is a guy called Adam Watkins. I get the impression he works for Deliveroo or one of those companies, or did, but at some point. But he does a lot of Audax videos, and he's really into endurance cycling. And I wish I was able to do half of what he does. I think he's done the Paris, or I don't know if it's Paris, or I know he's done the. I think it's possibly the London, Edinburgh, London, but he does a lot of these Audax. Like he'll talk about how he'll talk about them doing them as well as he does them. And I think he's based out of Bristol, and I think he's part of the Bristol Cycling Club. And he's a very down to earth lad. So he's a very good channel to watch. And then there's people like I'll try and get through some of these. I'm gonna butcher this name. I know. There's a guy called Iohan Gueorguier. I'll put the link in the description. There's a video where he cycled from Alaska through to, I think it was Argentina, and there was one of the most sort of scene. The opening scene is him literally cycling through like a snowstorm or whatever it is, and you can see it's just like really cold. And so yeah, that's had over like almost 2 million views on that video alone. But I'll put a link in his channel for you. Another one I would recommend is Ed Pratt. He's a unicyclist. He's unicycled around the world, and so yeah, you got he just done it on a unicycle, and he just done some great content with that in regards to cycling around the world on a unicycle, and explained what equipment he used and so forth. So I thought that was amazing. I can't ride a unicycle at all, but he managed to do it around the world. I tip my hat off to him. He's a very down to earth lad, and in doing so, I think he raised a bit of money for a charity. And so yeah, and then I'm gonna mention a few female ones. There's Juliet Elliot. She's very down to earth. She's done a few crits and stuff like that, and so yeah, she is a very good channel. She, like the next person I'm going to mention, is very upbeat, jolly, positive, and just an all round good egg. And seems like a very friendly. It comes across very friendly and very positive, and it's brilliant, really. And the other one who I also think is the same is a lady called Kira McVitie, very upbeat, very positive, very jolly, very sort of with that positive attitude, very sort of like likable, very sort of someone you can like watch and think there's no negativity, there's none of that. It's all just very positive. It's just so again, I'll put both those two channels in the links below, and then there's Cade Kookaburra. I think she's possibly one of the she's possibly the most well-known female cycle YouTube channel I know of. She seems quite. If you can hear my dog in the background, I do apologise. She's just having a moment, rolling around on her back, having a bit of a funny moment. But Katie Kookaburra, a very positive, very sort of like, she talks a lot about equipment and stuff like that, and she does a lot of the long distance. I think she sort of like spoke about her journey from losing weight to being a lot healthier, which is good. She talked about how, I think she mentioned about how, I get the impression she got more confidence from that, from losing her weight, which is all good. I think she's in a healthier place, both physically and in terms of confidence and her mind, and which is all good. And so yeah, obviously I think there's no one that's everybody's known, but it doesn't regularly upload much lately. Is Mavern, or Cycling Mavern? I think he's known as Cycling Mavern. Mark Ferguson used to do a lot more than he does now. He does amazing videos. Based in Australia. So yeah, it's one of those things where he does amazing content, and I think he doesn't do it so frequently now, but I think for whatever reason, I won't know. It's not my business to know, but he doesn't do as frequently as he used to do. But he does, when you watch some of his cycling videos, he's pretty good. He's one of I think he's got almost 50,000 subscribers. And I think they invited him to the Tour de France. I've seen him on the back of the bike in one of his videos on the motorbikes, just doing video content from the Tour de France. So yeah, he does a lot of content that's cycling based, and then I'm going to mention a couple of guys who cycle around the world. One of them's a few of them actually. There's Imran, world cyclist, lovely Asian gentleman who cycled around the world. He doesn't put it up so much. Again, he's like Mavern. He doesn't put up so much recently, but he cycled around the world and documented it. And he was an all-round guy. He's an all-round nice egg, good lad. He seems to. My big ambition is to cycle around the world, so I loved watching his videos. So yeah, that's one channel. If you're into wanting to know about cycling around the world, that's one channel to watch. Another one that's cycling around the world is Nomad Trials. I think it's a couple that cycle around the world, and they are a great doing some great content and showing us their experiences as they cycle around the world, and so that's a channel worth watching, and I'd recommend that one as well. A great little channel. There was another one that's what one is it? I think it's Adam Hugill. I think he's cycling around the world. I don't know if he still is or not. But I know he was doing some cycling videos of him cycling around the world. And he seems like an upbeat lad. Very positive, and so yeah, very sort of good sort of content. He seems very popular. I don't know how many he's got in terms of subscribers, but it's quite a few. And so yeah, there's those ones, and then there's one other which is cycling around the world is Wheeler Wonders. They're a couple. I think it's called Maldi and Eric, as they cycle around the world. At the time of this video, I think they recently got to the UK, and they were cycling through parts of the UK. I don't know if they're Scandinavian or somewhere in that region. They seem to have that sort of. I may be wrong, but I get the impression they may be from somewhere like maybe Denmark, Sweden, or one of the other countries around that region. So they do really good content, and then there's probably the most popular YouTube channel I'm aware of, Francis Cade. He used to live in London, now lives up north, and so I think he's does a lot. He tries to do content every day, whether it be product reviews or rides, or he used to do a lot of crit stuff. And by chance, I met one of his ex-partners once as I walked into Giro in Isha, and she by chance opened the door. So yeah, and I said, "I know you. You're on Francis Cade's videos." And she just giggled, and so yeah, we just left it at that. But yeah, so he's possibly the most popular. Unless I'm sure you can probably correct me if I'm wrong here, but I get the impression he's possibly the most popular, or if not one of the most popular YouTube channels for cycling based videos. So yeah, that's one of the ones I'd recommend, unless it's something like GCN. I don't watch them so much, but they do. I think GCN do a lot of stuff. I don't watch them as much, but they do watch them from time to time. Yeah, well, a couple of others that I would give some mentions to is Black Cycling Network, known as BCM. They are trying to promote more people being involved in sort of like cycling within the black community, which is all positive. More power to that. So I think they are trying to do proactive, sort of like with it being proactive within the black community and trying to sort of like get people to be on their bikes and healthy and so forth, and encouraging more people within the black community to actually cycle, which is something I can only encourage even more. So yeah, good on them. That's something I'd encourage. And so there's a few others. I've got a list here. Sorry. Um, so yeah, Alex Dowset. I don't know if he still rides professionally or not, but he's got a YouTube channel, and then I think that's pretty much it from my list. Just looking down. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Those are some of the ones that I tend to watch a lot of. So yeah, go check them out. I will put a list in the description below, and that way you can see that what it is what they are, and check them out. So yeah, yeah. That being said, go please subscribe and like the video, and I'll try and put out some more content. Have a good day, guys. You take care. Bye bye.